what are some of the things that you can implement on the life side around this work to feel that balance way out a little bit?
Well, I don't know if this improves your lifestyle. I think how it lowers your stress and gives you maybe a more balanced perspective is, um, as an employer, for me, it's bench strength. I need more than one person that's amazing, because that amazing person at some point is going to be taxed. I need two or three. I need to know that we need to spread that work around, or we need to
Yeah.
parcel that work out, because I know, um, Gary Brown is as good as Dan Griffin, and John Zeladon is nobody's gonna do it like he does, and Chris Oladin, who's got 20 years in the Las Vegas market, and it's not what you know and not who you know, it's what he knows about everybody that he knows that very often gets that favor sheet done.
Mm.
So it's really I think bench strength is one of the things you can do to lower stress, because if we know something unexpected is probably gonna show up and we just don't know what that is, what's your reactionary force look like? So I think that's one. Two, there are some things we can do to line up the just in case stuff. For example, there's a lot of partners that choose us for for example, even just for labor, because in the markets they use us for, we've got 30, 40,000 square foot full facilities that are designed for emergency services, right? So um, broken and chipped plexi. We stock it and can cut it to size, within an hour or two. Um, Chipped or scratched, sexy reception counter, which a client's freaked about. I can either laminate the one you have, or I'll run you out another one. Broken AV, right? Anyway, and if it's not us, it's the local collective that we've spent decades building. So it's just that's what I mean by a reactionary force. So sometimes we line up those things, the just in case stuff, in the shop, so it's just not a big deal to run out and get that. If it's extra parts that are missing, or things, we have a warehouse full of them, so that helps. So for us, that's it may be one of the reasons people choose us, and it's we want to do business with people that appreciate that advantage that we have for us. So, um, bench strength, what I'll just call pre-show readiness, prep, challenge on the labor side with the workforce being a lot of new. We all have those core group of 6 or 8 employees that are amazing. Out in the field. But when you've got new people, or you're using a general labor pool in a, let's say, for example, in a union town, there are people you don't know,
Mm.
and they struggle to have higher quality right now as we're building back that workforce. Yeah, that's where gaps can show up. So, one of the things I'm just realizing this, Khalil, when we talk about the things that amp up the stress for employees, workers in our industry. Um, the brand side clients, which are really smart marketing and sales and executive people that are amazing at what they do. The ones that come in 2 or 3 days before to help with the setup and get everything squared away. When things don't go smoothly, because it is a unique and an unnatural environment, right? When you're moving in an event, um, very often they get emotional easier and quickly, and that's an elevated reaction. I want this done now. Well, this was supposed to be here. This is unacceptable. We've all heard, those, and again, that's one of those things that adds to it. So I've got some great supervisors that are on the floor, and we give early warnings to them when we go, hey, we've got a full graduate of customer school that has shown up over in booth 2769. Maybe you could swing over. And I'm thinking about Joe Dodd, my guy, our best guy in Las Vegas. And Joe is a guy who, just so mild mannered and easygoing. And anyway, um, those are the kinds of things that really, I think, can add to
Yeah.
what feels like an unbalanced life. Um, and then on the other side of that, Khalil, is once that run is over, whether it's just one show and it's the 5 days in, and then the 2-day show, which is usually a little quiet, calm, the eye of the storm, and then it's 2 days to move it out. If you gotta give your team the weekend, even if that's a Tuesday and a Wednesday, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we I used to say we live the carnival life, um, and we try not to do that anymore. We live the carnival hours. It is weekend and evenings is a lot of the work, but
Mm.
doesn't mean you still don't deserve a couple of days off, you know? Um, Listen, those some guys choose to stay clocked in because it's the money months and lots of overtime, and they'll run 30 straight days, and, we're grateful when they're willing to do that, but I'm I remember when we used to just, "You're the only ones we have, you have to do it," and when they're burnt, and maybe we should talk a little bit about what the symptoms look like when you see that coming.